Okay, we are recording.
Okay.
So, hello, my name is Bob Berger. I am the co-chair of the Guilford Shellfish Commission. This is the August 2020 Shellfish Committee meeting for Guilford, Connecticut. Present at this meeting right now are Peter Charland, John Seviak, Keith Harvey, Tony DeLucia, and Judy Castellano is the secretary. And it looks like one other person is trying to sign in right now. Not present at this time are any of the wardens or Chairman Ed Lombard or Commissioner John Hall, who may be joining us shortly. We follow a set agenda. We will just sort of follow down through the numbers of the items on the agenda as we go through. This is being streamed live on our webpage. Members of the public are able to participate, although I do not see any members present, members of the public present at the moment. Oh, John Hall has joined us. Hello, John. I can't hear you, but I can see you.
How you guys doing?
Oh, now you're
Hey,
in.
John. How you doing, John?
Good. So, item number one on the agenda, public forum. Are there any members of the public that wish to have anything to say at this meeting? It does not look as if there's any members of the public here. Okay. Item number two, minutes of the 2020 meeting from July 8th. Hopefully everybody got a chance to look at those. I looked at them briefly. I did not see any corrections or any errors that needed to be addressed. Motion to accept the minutes as submitted.
It's Peter, second the motion.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it. Tony DeLucia will second it.
Okay.
John
Motion,
Seviak made the motion.
and the motion is passed. Okay. Peter, if you could take down this agenda. So that's better. Thank you. Item number two, commercial activity and licenses. Peter Charland.
Good. I think we're starting with receivables here, commercial activity. Yeah, commercial activity and licenses. So we have fairly robust month right now for license sales, all residential licenses for this month. We have $285 Guilford Shellfish Commission cash, 2 residential, 3 res senior, 3 day, 1 non-res, 1 non-res senior. From Captain Morgan for the month of July, we have $3,808 by check, 37 non-res, 12 non-res senior, 16 res, and 4 res senior. We have $75 GSC cash, 1 non-res, another $75 GSC cash, 1 non-res, $175 from the fishing factory cash, 2 non-res, 1 res, $1,004 from D's cash, 9 non-res, 2 non-res senior, 4 res, 4 res senior, and then Captain Morgan again for the month of August of $1,904, 12 non-res, 5 non-res senior, 31 res, 4 res senior. The total amount in receivables this month is $7,326.
That's a pretty good month.
Very good.
Yes, it is.
So who do I give Captain Morgan's check to?
I would hang on to that until you see Ed, or you can arrange to see Peter.
Yeah, Keith, I'm going to be working from home tomorrow. If we can, do you want to swing by, or I can figure out how to get to you and grab it, because I'm sitting on a pile of cash that I want to get to town hall sooner rather than later.
Right.
Go to casinos.
Yeah, right.
need to accept any of that, or that's just,
Nope.
it is the way it is?
Yep.
Okay. Bills and correspondence. Ed is not here. I don't know, Peter, have you received any kind of correspondence or any bills that we need to talk about?
I do have bills. So the amount of payables for this month, we have Schweitzer for Trolley Road, just as a note, we have moved the container on 146 to the town, who's now servicing it at no charge to the Shellfish Commission. So we only have the expense for the Trolley Road container. So that's Schweitzer, $177. Secretarial services for Nancy Matsiowski of $71. Warden fees, Fred Hill, $120. Secretarial services for Judy Castellano for July of $97.63. Secretarial services for Judy Castellano for June, so it's back payables of $61.25. Warden fees, Alan Brown, $920. It's a very busy month for Alan. Warden shirts, Bob Berger, $239.29. And water sampling, Bob Berger, $164.17. So our total payables for the month, it totals $1,850.34.
I motion we accept the invoices.
Second. All right, motion to accept the bills as paid, as submitted.
Aye.
Aye.
Everybody in
Aye.
favor?
Aye.
Item number 5 on the agenda is the Warden's Report. We do not have any wardens present here. Anybody have anything to put in as sort of a personal note? The only thing I can say is that the wardens were issued their uniform shirts sometime in the last 3 weeks. And just in sort of passing, I've seen Alan Brown has been wearing his, and he says that, people like them for whatever that's worth.
I have one topic to share. I was speaking with Alan on Monday, and he made me aware of a neighborhood meeting that took place in the Trolley Road area and he attended as a resident. The concerns that the Trolley Road community has is there's a fairly, to them, an overwhelming increase in the public in that area where there's the beach and the shellfishing area. People are kayaking, on and on. And it was raised in the conversation that is Shellfish selling too many licenses, which in fact we're not. However, there seems to be a greater use by the public of the shellfishing area at Great Harbor at Trolley Road, obviously because of the pandemic. What I asked Alan to do in the role that you guys asked me to be in, sort of this ombudsman or intermediary with the wardens, is to not represent the Shellfish Commission, but he is a resident of that neighborhood, and invite the neighborhood to come to one of our next meetings during the public forum if they have any concern. However, issues relative to parking or public access to that area are not governed by Shellfish Commission. That's town and DEEP. So we certainly are a forum to hear their concerns and maybe mitigate anything we're directly responsible for. But I wanted Alan to be sure he understood what concerns they may wish to raise are on topics that may not be in our realm of responsibility.
Yeah, I think that's accurate. Certainly, I've been down there on a busy Saturday when there's a favorable time and tide. Alan was actually telling me he was shuttling people from side roads in his golf cart down because there was no parking. So yeah, it may be an issue that that comes up again. I don't know that there's much that we, as the commission, that we have anything to do with it. The popularity of clamming this year, just because of the circumstances that we're in, probably has made the situation worse than it normally would be. But we haven't sold any more licenses, not as far as I know. I don't think we've sold more maybe a few more licenses, but not, measurably more licenses. And, that neighborhood has public access to the water, and public access is public access. So unfortunately, it's part and parcel of living in that neighborhood.
And let me add, Bob, that, I think that, and I've been saying this for years, I really think we should focus some efforts on possibly redirecting people to Chatfinch. I mean, there's a ton of parking there. I think that we've been trying to maintain the area, with stocking and seating. There's a lot of parking there. And if people go to trolley, I don't necessarily know it's Alan's responsibility to shuttle them, to, down to the area. They have other options. There's other areas, and there's other areas that have public access. So, it's something to consider,
Yeah, I think that's certainly a valid point. The stocking, certainly the preponderance of stocking goes to Great Harbor because that's where most of the people are. But I mean, there's still plenty of clamps that get placed in all the other areas. And even last year when we started stocking Indian Cove, the idea there was to try and get people into that spot. It's good bottom, it's easy access, although they're with them fixing the water main, they've had all their equipment sort of in the parking area there. But yeah, I mean, I guess maybe we could talk to Alan or any of the wardens and say, we could remind people that there are other places to go that have plenty of clams that would alleviate some of the, the overcrowding problems.
We might want, we can bring it up in the web page discussion, but use the town, our landing page on the town website to provide this, public access options, as well as our Facebook page to get the word out more.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Is Alan shuttling these people with the four-wheeler?
Yes.
Okay. You realize who would be responsible if he was involved in some type of accident while he had the people on this four-wheeler with him? In other words, could we be held accountable for that since we know about it and we're allowing it? And since driving that four-wheeler on a public street is an illegal activity, as you know.
True. No, that's actually a very, very valid point. Him driving whatever that golf cart or whatever the thing is not street legal. So,
Right.
Yeah, maybe it's something that we should probably try and tell him not to do in the future. I mean, he's trying to do the right thing. His heart's in the right place.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, from a liability standpoint, it's probably not the best thing for the commission.
Yeah, it's certainly is transporting other people while he's in his role as a warden. If you guys want, I will speak to him about that and just kind of
that would be great.
The general concern.
We did make you the liaison with wardens at some point, didn't we, at last month's meeting?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, that would be a great thing if you could talk to all the wardens about encouraging, the other areas to get used a little more fully, and then specifically about the golf cart issue.
Yep, I'll take that.
Okay. Where are we? Subcommittees. Item number 6, subcommittee, recreation subcommittee. Peter, Charlie, Keith, and Ed. Anything on for the recreation subcommittee?
Not this year.
Not this year, correct. Water sampling. That's me. Water sampling, we are caught up through August. Last sample was sent right, I think right on the 1st of August or something like that, one of the first few days. And then we had the storm came through. The BOA building has been without power, as far as I know, all the way up through today. Maybe, I don't know if they got it back today. I didn't get any emails, but they were unable to do any testing in the last couple of days. So they're out of business for the time being. I did get an email from them saying that we have not done any APC runs since April, and we're a little bit delinquent in that matter. But we also have not had any rain to sort of make it an APC condition. So we're gonna have to negotiate with them to see if they'll just accept, some open runs with the those other sampling stations included to satisfy their requirement.
Bob, can you just say what the APC is so people know what that
Oh.
means?
APC is an adverse pollution condition that occurs when we have rain greater than 1/2 inch but less than 1 inch, so that we would have a runoff condition that does not trigger any automatic closures, but is significant enough that we may see some sort of change in the water quality. And we do a full sampling at that time, including an additional 14, I think it's 14, maybe 12 stations that the state has set aside that we don't normally sample. Boat, item C, boat, John Hall.
As far as I know, everything's fine. I haven't even done it with the new motor. I should probably take it up for a spin.
I stopped by the boat just to look at it after the wind went through last week, and it was, it was safe and secure. Started fine. I did not see any problems with water, in the bilge or anything else like we had the previous month. So
Yeah, I check on it while I'm down there, which is often because I'm at my boat, but I haven't been on it at all this year. So, but other than to make that repair.
yeah, and no issues, nothing. We haven't had any expenses or anything related to it. Stocking, Tony DeLucia, John Hall, Ed Lombard. Have we done anything with stocking since the last meeting?
No, we haven't even discussed anything about buying clams other than the oyster stock.
I think there was some concern that we may have a budget shortfall if we hadn't sold that many licenses as of the end of the fiscal year back in June, that we may have to change our stocking plan. But it looks like budget, the license sales are fine. I spoke to the guy at the hatchery up in Massachusetts, and they were doing fine. They had not had any problems with their seed clams. So as far as I know, we are, on track to do the same amount of stocking in October.
I think not this past month, but the month before, that'd put us in June. I think we did 2 relays with Chris Walston. So we put up quite a bit of clams in that.
Yeah,
month.
we had put some in back then. I think
I think we did 2 relays in a month, and we usually do like 1. So that was quite a bit.
Yeah,
we had them available at that time, so I think we took advantage of it while we could get it.
Yeah.
We spent $7,600 in June.
Yeah.
So our spends last year were really in August, November, and then June of this year for recreational stock.
I think we're on par with what we've been doing, historically.
Yep.
Right. Plus the oysters we did at the end of May, I think, too, or June, and so we're on track. Finance, Peter Charland.
Yeah, I'm going to share. I have a pro forma, so it's unaudited from town, but it does show us our fiscal year that ended in June of 2020. So you'll see that we had a budget of revenues of $53,350, and we had income of $44,160. So actually, so we're a little down year over year from the prior year of 48. And you'll see, and we all kind of know what happened here, that our permit numbers started to really dwindle in the spring during COVID. And so what we're seeing right now in the July and August numbers is some catch up of licenses that, because of COVID, would have come in sooner. However, I mean, what we did is, other than the extraordinary expense of the capital expense out of our reserves for the new motor, plus the $1,000 donation to the Allison variant fund. We ended up with a budget shortfall of 16,348, which is very close to what we ended up spending on those extraordinary expenses that we took out of our capital, our surplus. So, not expecting we're not going to buy any new motors in the near future. I expect that our budget this year, which we carried over as flat, will make up for. And as Bob had said earlier, I think we're all optimistic about the license fees, maintaining, if not seeing some marginal increase. So as you can see, the kind of numbers for the year, we end the year with a remaining 129,434 balance to the good in our plan.
Right, it's a significant bank balance to be carrying, so we're doing
Yep.
okay. Although
Yeah.
down, whatever, 16,000 from what we had previously.
Yep.
Hey, I don't mean to move us back, but it just occurred to me we're gonna have to get the 20-hour service done on that new outboard, and I have a feeling that's gonna be about $500 or $600.
Hi again.
Okay. Yeah, I have to look at the hour meter. I don't know how many hours are on it, but it's probably coming up soon.
I got a notice from Yamaha about that, so I got it a while ago, but I knew that we wouldn't be at 20 hours when I received it. So that's something that's going to probably have to, because I think that has to get addressed to, for warranty purposes.
Right. And that's one of the primary things we have to keep up with just to maintain the warranty.
Yep.
All right.
Good. Any other questions on the financial statement?
Okay. Item F, special projects. John Saviak, Peter Charlin.
I have nothing to report.
Nothing to
Nothing to
report.
report.
Nothing here.
Signs. G. Item G.
Signs are okay. I bought a new lubricant for the locks, and they seem to be holding up better now.
Okay, good. Good. Item H, website. Keith and Ed.
Ed's mainly doing the website.
Ed is doing a website. Okay. So, the website probably should include both of the Facebook page and the homepage that we have. I think for the town, as far as I know, everything is up and running. I haven't looked at the town website since last month, but it's had all the correct information on it.
I was there. They've updated, as we place our agenda, does have the Zoom invite for the public. I'll expand our Facebook page. We haven't really done a lot of self-promotion, but we're getting a nice stream of new followers and likes. This will be the third meeting that we're live streaming on our Facebook page, so that becomes an archive and available there once we complete. Plus the recordings that we have of our meetings go to the town, as well as I'm now sending them to GCTV that is running them in, as they do other town meetings. We're one of, I think now, 4 town committees that are providing content of their meetings to GCTV.
Great. Item 7, updates from other committees. Land Acquisition Committee.
Land Acquisition Committee didn't meet this month. The only thing we have carried over is that there were 2 parcels that were up near Westwoods area that they not obtained because it was tied up with some property in Madison. And that's about it. The rest was all executive committee's material.
All right. Sea Grant Advisory Board, John?
No action at all.
No action from Sea Grant. Item C, Harbor Management, Keith.
2 of the alternates were now made full-time, Joe and Bonnie Burns. And we had a new chairman. Actually, we have co-chairman. KJ Lee and Chris Tejian are now chairman.
Okay, great. I don't think I know either one of them, but that's great. Docks, moorings, and other potentially impacting projects. John or Keith?
Okay, they have the water main down here at Indian Cove, Mulberry Point. They've done the final grading. I guess they're going to spray some grass seed down. I hope so. But they had to repair a septic tank at the one person has their house here right next to the creek. They had to replace that because they crushed it when they were doing the water main. But it's everything's fixed. And they paved the whole area, so it's pretty nice and smooth now.
Is that parking lot sort of just opposite the beach?
It's not, the parking lot isn't ready yet. They got stone for it, but they haven't spread the stone yet for the parking lot.
All right.
There's still parking trucks there.
Okay.
How's the water samples in the cove? They good, Bob?
Yeah, they've been great.
Okay, good.
Haven't been in, 2 weeks? But yeah, as far as I know, the water samples are fine.
Yeah, we've had the beach samples have been good too. So yeah, beach samples are good. So that's good. It's good. They're both good. You know?
Yes. Yeah. So even with all the construction,
Right.
it hasn't
The
affected the
erosion
environment.
controls helped. Yeah.
Okay, item 8, any old business? Still on the agenda is the review of the Shellfish Management Plan, which has not been updated by the state. We are still operating under the old Shellfish Management Plan. John, did you say that they were thinking about updating that in December? John Seviak, did you hear that?
No, I haven't heard anything yet.
Okay.
I know they're trying to get that inch and a half or 2 inch of rainfall. They're trying to get it, but they're still working on it.
Okay. There's an item on here about the Warden's Guidelines, which is not appropriate. We've already done that from last month. Selling of the old boat motor. John Hall, do you know anything more?
No, did we, and I don't think it was me, but wasn't someone supposed to like reach out to the other commissions to see if they had interest in it?
Yeah, that may have been Ed. I think there was at one of the last meetings, there was, we had sort of at least gotten the process figured out a little better, that we have to offer it to the other town committees to see if anybody wants it before just selling it. It's been a busy, obviously it's like middle of the summer, so it's everybody's busiest time. So that just may not have happened yet. And I don't think it's of any great consequence, it's just sort of sitting.
From what I understand, this was talking to Rod McLennan of the Marina Commission. He indicated that, in the past, I think they were basing on their experiences, you just have to document that you've offered it to other commissions, and then you're free to, auction it or sell it or whatever.
Yeah,
and
somehow.
And, I don't think that has to go to the town's like general fund. I mean, we purchased that, and I think it would just go, back the proceeds.
Yeah, that's it. That's income back to the Shellfish Commission. So,
Yeah.
I mean, this is probably a good time to dispose of this. There's demand. It's the summer. I believe it's already been discussed, and I can follow up with Ed to see if he's put that message out as we discussed already.
And and other commissions have knowledge that we have the new motor, because I mean, it was brought to my attention, and I even said to Rod, would you guys be interested in it? They have a boat.
Yeah.
They don't have interest in it. So, I mean, it's time to do something with it.
Yeah. So I'll talk to Ed.
I feel bad for Ed. I wouldn't want that thing in my yard,
Yeah.
Let me take this one and talk to Ed and see if I can help here and
Right.
move this forward.
Yeah, formalize it. Let's just send emails to whoever we have to send them to, so we can say we contacted people and
Yep.
then move on.
Yep.
Okay. Any other new business? Anybody have anything new that needs to be discussed? Item 9. Nothing? Nobody? All right. Okay, I think that's it. Item 10 is adjournment. All in favor?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Aye. Second.
Second.
All right.
Aye.
Aye.
All in favor? Aye.
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 Bye.
Okay,
Stay safe, everyone.
thank you, everybody.
Have a good
Take
night.
care.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Easy.
See you later.